I almost didn't think twice about this comment because it's so common, you know, but I was thinking that when you read that out, it reads out as fuck the Black Lives Matter and anti-fascists. Like, what a world that that's a opinion that people consider valid.
Hey, you can't wear that tank top. Oh, why? Because it's making him uncomfortable. How? What aren't you understanding? If you wear that, he's gonna get in a... That's weird. I'm 12. It's also distracting your teacher. Whoa, that's also weird. I'm 12. Gonna have to come to the office. But this is my math class, and I have a test tomorrow. You're gonna have to come to the office. Okay. Your parents have to come and bring you a new shirt. Okay, well, my parents are at work. Well, then you have to wait here until they come. They're not gonna come. Well, then you'll have to wait here all day. Okay, but what about my tests and my homework? Too bad. But he can be in class for sexualizing me. Yeah, right. I just don't get how my tank top is. Stop asking questions. Okay.
Where she came up to me and said, Chris, I'm thinking of kneeling, you know, and I remember being, you know, just filled with so much joy for her wanting to fight a cause that, in my opinion, at that time was like, you have nothing to do with this, you know, and that, you know, that's ignorant on my part, just thinking that off the bat. But I was like so moved that she wanted to, you know, fight for this cause. And I also remember telling her that I have to stand, dude, because, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared for my job. I'm scared that, you know, it's going to look differently if Black girl on the team kneels, and I don't know. So I just remember having really hard conversations with her, how I was internally conflicted. And I saw the way U.S. Soccer responded and treated Megan. And to me, I'm thinking, you know, they kept her out of some games, kept her out of camps. And I was like, yes, that was bad. But to me, I was thinking they could rip up my contract.
You won't know if your friend's racist or not until his sister starts dating a black guy. Then all of a sudden, all the racism he's been holding back just comes out. Can't believe my sister's dating that guy. What are you talking about? That dude's hella cool. Star athlete, good grades. Nah, man, my family don't intermix. What? Hey, no offense, man. We just keep our bloodline pure around here. She only doing this for attention, bro. She just wanted to make us all mad. Are you the same dude I've known since elementary school and I'm just finding out your whole family's racist now? Whoa, we're not racist. We just don't want our relatives dating black people. Alright, bro, we can't be friends anymore. Please don't lynch the guy, don't lynch me, and I hope he rails your sister.
The Jews print our money out of thin air and loan it back to us with interest, thus enslaving us through their usury. Wow.
Hi, welcome to Fat Phobia Lessons 101. Let's talk about the word overweight. A lot of people use overweight as a synonym to fat, and they also use the word obese as a synonym to fat. These things are not synonyms, just as fat and beautiful are not mutually exclusive words. Shocking. When you use the term overweight, it implies that a fat person is over their natural set body weight. Your natural body weight is where your body is at its happiest, healthiest, and most likely where it's going to stay. So if you gain weight or lose weight, it's naturally going to come back to this natural set body weight because this is where your body's the most comfortable. So when I try to lose weight, I always come back to this body, a fat body. So when you tell me I'm overweight, you're wrong. This is my natural body weight. It doesn't matter how healthy or unhealthy I eat, my body's coming back to this body. So when you say overweight, it implies that I'm unhealthy, and again goes with the stigma that fat people are only unhealthy. Don't get me started on the word obese. That is a terrible word, and we should not be using it, period.
This is my impression of a racist person that tries to hide their racism under the thin veil of pretending to be an expert in musicology. Rap isn't real music because I don't personally enjoy it. Also, they always use the same 3 chords and just talk about sex and drugs all the time. I miss when that was done by white people, with guitars.
You know, one thing we don't really talk about a lot is the fact that a lot of males ain't shitness stems from the fact that a lot of males don't love themselves. Let's talk about it. The amount of self-love that these males lack is so apparent in their actions and treatment towards women. It's so apparent. Because there's no way that you can actually love yourself, value yourself and your time and your peace, and treat women the way that these males treat women. There's just no way. These males will walk around with unhealed wounds, projecting those wounds onto women relentlessly in poor treatment. And the minute a woman complains about said poor treatment, she's told by said males to love herself more and to choose better. Somebody ain't doing the math right. I need someone to explain to me how women are supposed to choose better if all they have to choose from are emotionally stunted, self-loathing males. Somebody make it make sense, please. Because the reality is, women can't choose better if there isn't better to choose from. So I think it's a good idea for males to take heed to their own advice and learn how to love themselves better, okay?
I'm a shooter, I'ma shoot ya. Cut blocks around with the Ruger. Headed headshot and you bust your medulla. Everybody in the throne like a booster. You a mascot, you a loser. She a hoe, you go around like a rumor. One phone call and we spinning like a hula.
This is what it feels like arguing with people who don't know what communism is. Look, all I'm saying is that we should give communism a try. Hell no, I don't want your dirty commie authoritarian government in my country. But communism's stateless. Yeah, so do you know what stateless means? Yeah, it's when there's no Wisconsin.
No, it's 4 years. It's 4 years. He's not gonna quit halfway through. Well, why are you boring me? I'm right.
Oh, way down south in the land of traders, rattlesnakes and alligators.
So the men are throwing tantrums about this video for God knows what. All she did was a goddamn TikTok. But this is what I think is so funny. So many men are telling her she's not going to find a real man. No man wants a woman that shows their ass on the internet. No man this, no man that. You know, all that bullshit. And I think it's funny, one, because she's fully clothed. Two, I think the problem is she looks good. I also think an issue is they sexualized her. Misogynistic men don't value women that they sexualize. I'm going to try to make this make as much sense as possible. There's a thing I've noticed where men will physically and sexually be attracted to a woman, but because they are and they just would see that woman as something to and go, morally, they won't respect her. I believe a lot of those men are actually attracted to her. But the issue is misogyny and objectification. If she had an OnlyFans, the same men saying what they're saying will be the same men subscribing to her content. I'm just saying, y'all.
Down south, hood baby, make all the girls go crazy,
Go stupid, but you smart like an A+ student. Up, down, right now, looking for your love right now.
Joe's not stupid, he has dementia. His supporters are stupid. You know?
Yeah, they're so dumb, right? Yeah, they believe anything. They literally believe anything that's written on the internet. Did you know that Hillary Clinton,
The UN ambassador.
Hillary Clinton is working to take away Oreo cookies?
Oh, they're racist. They're so racist.
Hillary Clinton is working to take away your Oreo cookies.
It is a real thing. And they want her to be the UN ambassador.
He does say that he tries to stay off of social media because it's the modern day heroin. I would argue that heroin is the modern day heroin.
Wow! Something I've been noticing recently that's driving me up the wall is every time I'm like, hey, your bro was just really misogynistic to me. The guy in question, like any guy, it's not just one person, any guy, is like, yeah, no, that's really bad, but he is a nice guy. Deep down, he is a nice guy. Like, he's like that sometimes, but he is a nice guy. Dude, I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm not assassinating his character. I'm saying in that moment, that action was hugely misogynistic, and I would like to correct him on it so he doesn't do it again to other women. And I need your help. Like, it's so invalidating for men to be like, yeah, but he is a nice guy. Maybe to you.
Keep calling me crime, bitch. Dance how you killed this. I understood the assignment.
Okay, this is my opinion. I think the reason why people react so strongly to these kinds of videos, like a right-wing and left-wing person like being friends or best friends or whatever, is because both people have the privilege of not having their politics apply to them, you know what I mean? When it comes to like social issues like universal health care and, you know, immigration, you're not gonna have a pair of besties where like the left-wing bestie is an undocumented immigrant and the right-wing bestie is the right-wing bestie, you know what I mean? Because on that hand, you know, the policy is actually going to apply to the other bestie. And like, you're not going to want to have a bestie that just doesn't want you to be in the country, you know what I mean? And same thing with universal healthcare. If you're dying in the hospital and you don't have the coverage, you're not going to have a right-wing bestie that doesn't want to grant you healthcare. So this video just comes off as tone deaf, you know?
So after yesterday's big announcement, I was asked a lot on if I identify with the transbian label, and I love puns. Of course I love transbian. It is such a fun thing. Trans, lesbian, add them together, transbian, it is the best. Also, I've been listening to a lot of Girl in Red yesterday and today, and it confirms that I am indeed a very gay disaster, and I made the right decision with my flag. Anyways, here's dose number 141.
So WikiLeaks just released a report that confirmed that there have been public relations campaigns in France and Germany to go ahead and justify the occupation of Afghanistan. Now, does this mean that all feminism is bad and colonial and imperialistic? No, this is just another neoliberal tactic called purple washing. Now, you've probably already heard of the queer version of this called pink washing, where a country, company, or individual will go ahead and virtue signal towards gay rights in order to detract from the harm they are doing unto a group of people or person. And purple washing, rather than virtue signaling towards queer issues, they virtue signal towards feminist and women's rights issues. Now, in a lot of US and European politics, purple washing has a very interesting relationship with Orientalism, where the Western imagination of the Middle East is inherently barbaric and against women's rights. It continues to justify intervention within the Middle East.